One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. I was 66 years old. I still had to make a living. I looked at my Social Security check of $105 and decided to use that to try to franchise my chicken recipe. Folks had always liked my chicken. I just say the moral out of my life is don't quit at age 65. Maybe your boat hasn't come in yet. Mine hadn't. I think a dream is just a suggestion to start something out, do something. There's no reason to be the richest man in the cemetery. You can't do any business from there. Feed the poor, and get rich, or feed the rich, and get poor. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Hard work beats all the tonics and vitamins in the world. No hours, nor amount of labor, nor amount of money would deter me from giving the best that there was in me. There's no reason to be the richest man in the cemetery. You can't do any business from there. I've only had two rules: do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. You got to like your work. You have got to like what you're doing. You have got to be doing something worthwhile so you can like it, because it is worthwhile, that it makes a difference, don't you see? I don't fear that a man will wear out as quickly as he will rust out. I've read hundreds of cookbooks. Most of those cookbooks don't even tell you how to get a steak ready, how to bake biscuits or an apple pie. Sitting in a rocker never appealed to me. Golf or fishing isn't as much fun as working. I am not too proud of having my name associated with some of my restaurants. I could see it wasn't going to be easy. I couldn't give a franchise to any old greasy spoon. And I knew the chicken had to be cooked the way I told them to cook it if it was going to be as popular as it could be. A lot of learned men think people really are the food they've eaten. It came to me that the one thing I could do was cook. And I figured I couldn't do any worse than the people running these places around town. I'm against retiring. The thing that keeps a man alive is having something to do. The food I've liked in my time is American country cooking. I've got no idea when I am going to retire. Whenever they pick me up and take me to the funeral home, I guess. I've read hundreds of cookbooks. For my money, they are the bird. My life is devoted to business and supporting my family. I always hired widows with children, because they had to work and didn't have any foolishness about them. Don't be against things so much as for things. I made a resolve then that I was going to amount to something if I could. And no hours, nor amount of labor, nor amount of money would deter me from giving the best that there was in me. And I have done that ever since, and I win by it. I know